The gameplay of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 moves away even more so from the arcade style that was found previously, leaning more into the ultimate control moves, giving you the ability to pick up and move around your opponent in the ring, transitioning to different moves before throwing them straight down, whether that be inside of the ring or onto the announce table or steel steps at ringside. It's something that people honestly really miss, though it has returned to recent versions of the WWE series of games. 2007 also includes the ability to fight in the crowd, something that wasn't actually needed and doesn't really appear realistic, but it's still pretty cool. There's a small area that contains some electrical devices which you can throw your opponent into, as well as a table that can be set up and some scaffolding that can be jumped off. There's an expanded general manager mode and a great fun challenge mode with a massive list of matches that include a batshit crazy finale where you play as Mickey James and have to beat the Great Khali, something I actually accomplished. 2007's soundtrack includes some of the best albums that come out from around that time period, highlighted in my mind by the excellent Nonpoint, not just including Bullet with a Name, but the incredible Alive and Kicking, both taken from the album To The Pain. I'm a big fan. A track that honestly kind of saved my life back in the end of 2006. There's Stitches by Allel, Godsmack, and a couple of tracks from the much beloved 3 Days Grace. There's Rise Against and the badass sounds on Blackstone Cherry, making everybody fall in love with their southern blues sounding rock and roll. Lonely Train is an absolute banger. There's a few rap tracks and they're all incredibly annoying. SmackDown vs. Raw 2007's commentary once again takes the basics, basically delivered in the last 2 games, and adds them together and adds some greater detail. There's still no way to have 2 wrestlers spoken about whilst they're against each other. They still have a lot to say about whoever you've chosen and who you're against, but just not in like a versus kind of way. Moves are called well, with no major repetition, with only bits and pieces being heard on repeat. 2007 season mode has some incredible weird moments that can only really be seen within this type of season. With fully voiced characters this time around having a ton of great options here, meaning guys like Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, The Boogeyman, William Regal, The Undertaker, Trevor Murdoch, and a ton of others are all voiced throughout every story you end up entwined within. 2007 goes a little wild this time, including Chris Benoit feuding with The Undertaker, creating some strange moments, especially given Benoit's death a year later, which really brings some stuff into a new light. But that aside, there's just nothing really like it. 2007's entrances are the best yet, almost motion tracking the wrestlers themselves, having them look incredibly lifelike, including camera cuts and pyro within the ring and the stage itself. The locker room makes its return, this time home in the challenge mode, as well as the championships that you unlock and trophies gained from season mode. Again, it's all completely customizable.